Today I'm going to be seeing the ballet for the first time. I'm so excited. I'm currently walking Gigi for the evening before I start getting ready. It's so interesting having a dog because it's like you gotta think about those things before you go and do stuff, you know? So like, oh, Dad, take Gigi out for an evening walk. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting ready as soon as I get back. I've always wanted to go to like the ballet and the opera and stuff like that. So I was like, what the heck? Let's go. I really wanted my first ballet to be Swan Lake, but I was like, why not be festive and do the Nutcracker? Because I wanted to see that as well. But I'm not sure how I'll format this vlog. Either it'll be just like my little solo date to the ballet, which I have not really planned anything except for the ticket. I don't know where I'm going to get to eat or what I'm going to do then. Or I might format this as like my weekend vlog because this is like my first like official part-time week, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted to like, I've been like doing things. I went fishing and stuff like that. So I might make a vlog of that. But I'll see me when we start getting, I'll see y'all when we start getting dressed. This is the outfit. It's a black dress. In today's episode, the body is the outfit. Look, okay? I'm late. Let's go.
Gigi, you want to see a ballet girl? You want to see a ballet girl? Gigi, I'll be back, girl.
I gotta look up at the stairs too. I'm gonna ask her to take mine. Bitch, we are at the ballet. I'm so excited. There's like maybe like, I think like 20 minutes till it starts. I found my seat and everything. I wanted to get some mezzanine seats. I believe that's like the best place to sit for the ballet, but there weren't any like seats left that were like really nice that I would have been like, okay, I'll pay that for it, because there was only like kind of cider areas left. And I was like, so I got some upper balcony seats, which is one level above the mezzanine. So it is what it is, and it's a little bit cheaper, so I saved myself some money, so why not? But I'm so excited. People are like taking pictures and like everybody has their like dress up on, which I think is like cool, because I was telling this one girl I saw who I took pictures for, I was like, we don't really, I feel like our generation really doesn't have a lot of events like this. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not hip to it, because literally when I was like looking for something to wear, I was like, what am I gonna wear? And I realized I don't have a lot of like formal wear. I had to literally like Google all the like codes and whatnots of like dress code, and I realized I didn't have a lot of like black tie, white tie things, because like I'm not doing a lot of those things. Like, I feel like my mom has a lot of stuff like that, because like back in the day, I don't know if you were African or you know, but like when there's a function, the aunties are getting things made. So my mom was like always getting a little outfit made, and I feel like I don't really have events and things like that to do that at. So it's like fun to get dressed up. And because I didn't have things like that, I have to keep it simple with this like black dress that I pulled out of my booty cheeks that I like just remembered that I had, because I had like one more dress, a few more dresses I could have worn, but like I don't know, but I went all black with some gold, and I'm just really excited for this to start. I got my glasses on because, bitch, it's time to see now. It's time to see. Yeah, this is cute. I'm gonna do this more often. I met another girl. We like literally was like, we were on our like solo day jam. So like I was talking to her, and she told me like the Phantom of the Opera is gonna be coming soon too. So I'm gonna have to see that too. But I'm waiting for the show to start. So I'm excited. I'm looking at the band. You can see the band on like the lower underneath the stage area, like pit. So I'm very excited. I love how it shows where everybody is from. It's kind of interesting. I feel like you can probably, maybe you can see like a flair in each of their dancing styles, indicative to where they're located. So I read the synopsis of the story. It appears to be the main plot is some little girl's dream, or a combination of reality and a dream, I'm not sure. And it's just I ain't gonna spoil it. You can watch the Nutcracker yourself.
Good evening. May I please remind you to silence all electronic devices. The use of cell phone photography.
So Act 1 is finished. It was good. I didn't really know what to expect, but it was really fun. I feel like it's interesting because you have to pay attention to like the music, the arrangement, and the composition, but also to like the dancers and like the footwork and the steps, and just pay attention to like what's happening on like different parts of the stage. It's really fun, and it's active and engaging your senses and your sights. I'm also loving people watching, seeing who came out to the show. I'm seeing a lot of younger people, which is nice. I think that's really good that young people are coming out and seeing this. And I think it's a really fun experience, and I'll definitely love to do it again. But yeah, this is Act 1, so there's an intermission. Is that the right word? Yeah, intermission, I think. And I don't know the word right now. But like, you get to take your bathroom break or whatever. And then we're going to be doing Act 2. So the first act, I feel like a lot happened in the first act, so I'm wondering how they're going to pass the time in the second act. But I feel like it's interesting. Another thing that's interesting is like when you look at the storyline, you just see like a few pieces of paragraphs. So it's interesting to see how that matches up to like a 2 hour or like maybe like an hour and a half full show and how that is portrayed. So I feel like the bulk of the synopsis was in the first act. So I'm very curious like what the second act is gonna look like. But I feel like the first act showed me how they like extend time and how they depict certain parts that they've written out. So I'm interested to see how the second act goes. But yeah. The show is good. I'm currently en route to food and warmth. I'm gonna be going to Small Cheval's. I think it's like around the corner. Okay, wait, I'm hungry. That's where I'm headed. But look at the view. Oh my gosh. In the water, in the river. I'm gonna actually be fishing. I'm gonna be fishing by the river. I don't know if I'm gonna be fishing anywhere close to downtown. I'm gonna be fishing the Chicago River either tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna see. That was so fun. I think I'm about to head home though. I'm cold. I should have doubled up on this. I didn't think about it, but that was a really fun night. People out here walking their dogs.
Gigi. Good girl. Come on. Gigi knows there's a price to pay before she can go outside. New day, new shenanigans.
So I guess this is now officially a weekend vlog. I love the ballet, and I feel like what better way to inspire you to engage in the arts than the art. So I came into my studio. I haven't really need to come into the studio. I have a project that I really need to wrap up so I can free some brain and mental capacity, but I've been procrastinating on it so bad. So I was like, at least let me try to work towards it. But first I need to clean up my studio because she needed it. She needed it real bad. I got a mask on because there's actually something called silica dust, and it's like a fine chemical compound particle that are in things like sand, rocks, and clay as well. So when you work with like dry clay, you should really be mindful of that. I really appreciated that at my old studio that the instructor really makes sure to mention it to people, because I feel like you don't really hear about it a lot when you see clay videos and ceramics videos, but that is a part of ceramics. So I like to make sure that I'm like masked up and I have my filter running, or not my filter, but like my air purifier running to kind of combat some of those more unsavory things when it comes to ceramics. A piece that I really want to work on today. It's actually the second half of a piece, so I hope I get it right. I feel like the last time I was in the studio, I was not getting pieces off that wheel. Like I literally threw off the hump. That's essentially like when you kind of cone up, cone down, and then you have like your block of clay and you make multiple pieces off of a mound of clay. Literally, I was making multiple pieces and they were just off flop, so I was not really sure how this pottery session might end up, but I just wanted to get back in the studio and get my hands working in clay because I really needed it, and I really enjoy it. I have a problem where I get stressed out to do things that I actually enjoy. So yeah, I don't know. I'm working on it, but I can't find a solution just yet. I kind of think, if you don't know, I've mentioned before, but I went part-time. Because when I thought back about it, I thought back to when I really started having this problem. Because I feel like when I was younger, I would just dive into projects and be like super absorbed in projects and didn't really think about anything else. And then suddenly I just started to overthink things and get in my way a lot. And I thought to myself, like, when did it start happening? I feel like most of the time I was thinking about why it was happening. And one day I asked, when did it start happening? And I think it's around the time I started working in corporate America. I don't know, man. That's what it's really looking like. And I took a month break a while back. If anybody has been on the channel for a while, I took a month-long break and I was really getting back into the flow and the groove of things. And And then I went back to work, and it just kind of like all that I was like recovering mentally, spiritually was just like gone. So that's when it dawned on me that like maybe it's work. And I, you know, there's what society expects of you and like how you, the main ways that you think of like making money and income and things like that. But then sometimes it just doesn't work for everybody, you know. And I feel like we're all pushed to be in the same mold, but I feel like that type of lifestyle doesn't work for anybody but last. I feel good when I create, but for some reason I get scared to create, and then I don't create, and then I feel like shit. So I'm trying to solve it. I'm hoping that going part-time and freeing some of my space, my mental space, will help me get back in the groove of things. I'm hoping to like build an income outside of corporate and that typical 9-to-5 thing, and then completely let go of the 9-to-5 thing and just be a self-sustained creative. But I don't know what that looks like. I come from an immigrant family who was like hell-bent on like money and all that type of stuff, so it's kind of hard to just be like artsy, you know. When you come from that type of background. But alas, we'll see what happens. I'm actually kind of happy with how this piece is turning out. She's not exactly perfect. I'm happy that I'm getting somewhere, because like I said before, my last couple of pieces, good handful of pieces, were flops. She's not quite perfect. She's not exactly what I wanted, but she is more than I could have hoped for today. That is what I wanted up there, at least the top half of that section. I'm making 2 pieces that I'm gonna keep as a pair. They're gonna be 2 individual pieces, but they'll go together as a pair. But I'm making the top piece. I feel like the bottom piece this top piece is not in proportion to how I want it to be to the bottom piece, but the shape is pretty much there. But it's just a little bit off, so I'll see how it works together in the long run when I'm finished with both individual pieces and I kind of finally put them together. But I think I'm gonna call it, I don't know if I'm gonna call it for the day on the wheel, but I'll call it for right now because I want to go fishing. Yeah, but I want to go fishing for a few hours. I really wanted to today, and I feel like it would be really cool to do it on like a snowy day, even though it's gonna be like super cold. But I want to fish for a few hours. I can always come back to the wheel. The wheel's gonna be here, but I can't really go fishing that late at night, and it's gonna be colder, and the snow is gonna get to ice and all that jazz. So I'm gonna go fishing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. So maybe I'll get one of these and one of these.
Yeah, but not too big. Maybe like about the size of your thumbnail.
Okay.
Because the bigger it is, like
you're kind of inconspicuous, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Those hooks are cheaper too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? You waiting for me, girl? Get this girl. She's feeling herself because I gave her harness today. Because I realized she pulls a lot. She pulls a lot more of her harness than her collar. So I'm going to give her her collar action, but I gave her harness today. I saw a spot that these guys were fishing. I walked here once with Gigi before where this heifer caught a mouse or a baby rat or something, but I saw some guys fishing. I'm gonna go to that spot that they were fishing at. See if they had luck there. It was a while ago, but we'll see. fucking freezing out here. Gigi's yapping at me. Okay, girl. Huh?
Is it right we can pet it?
Gigi. Hey. Be nice. Gigi. Gigi. Somebody's putting Gigi.
Yeah, I was like, what is that moving on? I was like, oh, it's a dog.
Gigi.
You're lucky. If you have a piece of jerky, that'll work out.
Oh, God. All that's like bread.
Oh, that ain't gonna work out right now.
Little fake little bait on it now. Gigi, quiet. Quiet, girl. I'm Moose Spots. I'm gonna head back soon. It's getting dark. But look at the view of that cityscape. I'm just gonna throw one more line in this area and then I'm gonna leave. My hands are freezing. Gigi's still primed to go. This heifer here, she's been pulling me. She lost her hardness privilege. I'm calling it. It's too cold. Whew, I'm cold. Finally in the car, warming up. Nothing caught, but plenty learned. I actually learned a lot today from like the people that I was meeting. So I learned a bit about hooks and baits to use. And then when I was actually there, I was talking to one of the guys from like the fishing, or not fishing boat, but like the boat taxi, I think it is. And he was telling me that like jerky or meat is good for, I guess, catching bluegill, which I guess you can catch bluegill in that section of the Chicago River. If you want to catch carp and stuff like that, you have a better luck towards downtown. But I'm calling it a night for today. I'm going home. It's cold. See ya. Bye. I bet you if I give her a piece of bread, she won't be mad. Good girl. Hot chocolate.